Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome back to a new video about trading education. And in this video, we will talk about imbalances, and then more specifically, fair value gaps, all right, which is an indicator you can use to get some great entries, but it can also give you a very good idea of how strong a trend is. And just in general, whether it's a real breakout, etc. In general, a very useful tool. I use it sometimes. I do make use of imbalances, but there's different ways to actually to identify imbalances. And imbalances are basically, look, if you take a look at Bitcoin, for example, it will make more sense if I show it like this. If you see the price right here, this price is imbalanced. It basically moves sideways, so you have buyers and sellers kind of agreeing in a certain range where the fair value lies. And then what happens if there's news, if there's some sort of an update on anything regarding crypto, that's a possibility as well. And you get a big move up, what that usually leaves behind is imbalances, all right? Where due to the huge momentum that's coming into the price, you have some sort of an imbalance between buyers and sellers. Sellers get liquidated, buyers get liquidated. They still have to make up their mind whether they actually agree with the breakout or not. So then you get an imbalance in the price. And a fair value gap is a way to actually see where that imbalance is. And that imbalance usually functions as a key level, all right? And they can be, and I'll show you some in real time as well, they can be amazing support levels, they can be amazing resistance levels where you can enter trades. And therefore it is, and there's some other useful things about them as well, but therefore it's definitely something you need to know. Someone requested this video in the Telegram group we have, so if you want to see some other education on other indicators, let me know. If I have expertise on them, I use fair value gaps here and there. So I do have something to say about this, but let's get right into it. So a fair value gap, how you can identify it on the chart is basically like this, all right? So you have to have 3 bullish or 3 bearish candles, and then you have to have a candle in the middle where you basically have this room between the wick of the first candle, the wick up from the first candle and the wick down from the last candle, where you basically have a rectangle, or at least a price range which only exists in that middle candle where the first and the last candle do not touch it, all right? So on the chart, for example, what you can see is that we have one right here. This would be a fair value gap. This would be a fair value gap, and that way you can identify them. Now, do you need to know how to identify these? No, definitely not. All right. If you use TradingView, what you can do, and let me quickly turn this off. If you use TradingView, what you can do is you can just very easily go to indicators. You can type in FVG, and you will find the first one. It's the best one from Nephew Sam. A great one to use. And if you put that on a chart, what you will see is the following, and this just identifies those fair value gaps for you. And right off the bat, you can see that we left some major imbalances during the bullish move in November. And as you can see, they do not always get filled soon, but they tend to get filled eventually. All right. So for example, you can see this actually functioned as amazing support with the bearish momentum we saw at the start of March. So here a fair value gap, you can already see the power it can have, even after months of price action. Now I have to say, very often it happens more often that it actually gets filled much more often. But this is essentially what it is, all right? So you have buyers and sellers that are in agreement about a fair value, about a fair price, at least according to them, and whether that's a fair price according to you, look, that's a different question, at least according to the market. And then you get some sort of news, something changes, price breaks out, could be to the upside, could be to the downside, you have a disagreement between buyers and sellers, and then you get a fair value gap. Now here you can, for example, see that they do not always get touched. Interesting example right here, the 27th of October. We had the elections coming up. That was news. You can see the price actually started to get some momentum. So we left an imbalance right here, and here it gets perfectly filled. All right. So here you can see how it actually functions as support. Now it doesn't always work as support. All right. And it remains something you have to judge yourself, that when we actually get momentum coming in and we have a fair value gap, do you actually think that the momentum coming in and the reason for that momentum coming in is a good reason to get continuation of that bullish momentum? If yes, the fair value gap will probably hold. If not, we can actually drop down below that fair value gap, and then that's an indication that the momentum wasn't real. But that's the two ways you can use that, and you can also see it more recently with the bearish pressure we had at the end of February. You can see that we left some fair value gaps. Back then the news, or at least, well, a month ago, the news was that the tariffs and just in general the stock market falling down quite a bit. That was news. You started to see a lot of bearish momentum, and that left an imbalance right here between buyers and sellers. And you can see that beautifully got filled. So here it actually functioned as resistance, and it could have been a great short entry you could have used. But this is also in general a bearish confirmation. All right, so there's basically two ways you can use it. First of all, just as a real entry for a long or a short, but second of all, also to get a bit of an idea of the strength of a trend. All right, because if there's momentum coming into the price, it will start a trend. Now I thought there was another fair value gap, but that actually is not true. But you can see right now with the very recent price action, so we're really diving into recent things. We actually saw some bullish momentum coming in since yesterday, and you can see so far the fair value gap has not really been tested. So it's going to be interesting if it's going to be tested, whether it will hold or not. So the two things we can actually see is that we either drop down into that and that we immediately find support. That would be a great continuation indication, so that we can get more bullish momentum. But if we drop down below that, that's a rejection, and then we can actually expect some more bearish momentum, and it tells you that the momentum we had coming in actually wasn't that strong. So that is a short video on fair value gaps, how you can use them. There are some other ways in which you can also find imbalances, for example with TPOs. So that's time price opportunity. And what you can see right there, and it's a little bit difficult to show you right here, but that often leaves single prints, and that also is some sort of an imbalance. If you'd like to know more about that, this is a little bit more difficult. I'll let you know, but let me know down in the comments. But that's it for now. All right, this video on imbalances, fair value gaps, how to trade them, what they are. If you do have any questions, make sure to join the Telegram or the Discord servers and ask me in there, because the comments here on YouTube are not amazing. Still filled with bots. But that's it for now. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.